Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all fine. We're all doing well. Oh, okay. So, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had a good week and are looking forward to have a good weekend. And you're ending the week in style, right? So, I think we met in this week's session again. We were together in another session. I'm happy to be here again. Let me see who I have on the call today. I have Caroline. Hi, Caroline. How are you? And Isaac. Caroline and Isaac are both from Uganda. How are you? Prispa, good afternoon. Emily, Fiona, Mikal. I hope you're all doing well and are having, hoping you've had a good week. So we're only 8 people on the call. If you know anyone who's supposed to be on the call and they're not here today, please feel free to drop them a text, to remind them please to join the class. Okay. So please, anyone who's supposed to be here and they're not here today, please remind them to join the class. Okay. So I think that's it. Just to begin the session because we're a few minutes late, and I'm sorry for that. My name is Berry Lokwach. I'm a trainer at Impact Hub, and we'll be taking you through today's class. On the call, I have my colleague Dinah. You can see her in the chat section. Her name has the blue spanner next to it. So Dinah is based in Cameroon and she'll be moderating today's session, basically picking your questions, responding to them, sharing sharing additional resources that we might be having. All right. So, if you can see my screen clearly and if you can hear my voice, please confirm with me in the chat section. If you can see my voice, if you can hear my voice and if you can see my screen, please let me know in the chat section so that I know we are all together. So please, Kanza, can you see my screen, hear my voice? Emily, Fiona, Isaac, please, you can let me know if I'm clear enough before we begin with the session. So what we're going to look at today is how to grow your sales with the Google Business Profile. I know this has been mentioned. Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Kanza. And Emily as well. Hi, Emily. I don't think I said hi to you. So in the previous classes, basically covered how you can build your own brand reputation, your own brand identity. We talked about having logos, coming up with, design templates for your creatives, coming up with, your brand colors, deciding on the brand tone that you're going to use on your social media channels or when communicating to your clients. Then we also looked at digital marketing. What is digital marketing? The elements of digital marketing. You want to get started with digital marketing. So we looked at 6 components, okay? That was the search engine optimization, search engine marketing, content marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, and display advertising. Then we went ahead to focus on social media marketing. How do you create your own social media plans? What are the items that you need to, consider when you're coming up with your own social media plan? Okay. Then we also looked at, your digital marketing strategy. So when you want to create your own strategy, you need to look at your audience, first understand your goals and objectives. Do you have any external resources or do you have resources in terms of maybe financial if you want to get into paid advertising? What analytics tool are you going to use? Which platform are you going to use? All right. And you also talked about curating your own SMART objectives. And that is the specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound objectives. Okay. So in today's class, I know we talked about search engine optimization. And under search engine optimization, what was covered was if you have a website, linking your website with the Google Search Console. So that is your technical SEO, right? And in today's class, our focus will be on your local SEO. That's your local search engine optimization. That's the Google Business Profile, okay? And that is our focus for today's class. So what we're going to cover today in this session is understanding what the Google Business Profile is and its benefits. How do you create your own Google Business Profile? How do you optimize it? Okay, to ensure that you're getting more traction, to ensure that you're leveraging on it as you should to achieve your own objectives. Okay, so that's what you're going to cover in today's class. Now, our understanding of the Google Business Profile means that, I mean, even before I get into explaining what the Google Business Profile is, I think it's important I get to understand if you know what the Google Business Profile is. Okay, so if you know what the Google Business Profile is, please feel free to let me know in the chat section. If you know what the Google Business Profile is, let me know in the chat section. And then you can also let me know, how do you currently discover the latest restaurants in your town? How do you ask around? Do you Google them? If you Google them, what kind of search terms do you use? For example, you want to discover a pizza restaurant, you want to order pizza. How would you discover a pizza restaurant, all right, around your area? What are some of the search terms that you would use for that? Okay, so please feel free to drop your comments in the chat section. Feel free to drop your comments in the chat section. Okay, so thank you so much. How do you discover the latest restaurants in your town? Do you ask around? Do you, use your phone? If you use your phone, what search terms do you use? So please let me know in the chat section. Please drop your comments. I really like the sessions to be very, very interactive, correct? And then I said, there's no bad answer. There's no wrong answer. We are all here to learn. Personally, I'm not an entrepreneur, right? I'm very fully into employment. So obviously, one or two things I'm going to learn them from you. All right. So please let me know in the chat. How do you discover the latest restaurants in your town currently? What search terms do you use? Please feel free to let me know in the chat section kindly. Okay. Any comments? We're all quiet. Is it because we don't understand the question? If you don't understand the question, you can also tell me, you know what, Beryl, I don't understand the question. Please rephrase it or something like that. So Isaac says, specifically, I Google search directly what I want, e.g. best restaurants in Kampala, and I take up the first choice. Correct. In fact, I like how you actually explained it, Isaac. That's very, very direct. Okay. So most of the time when you want to look for a new service or a new product or you want to discover a business, you'll mostly go to Google, right? And you'll make a search. So if you don't have a business name exactly that you're looking for, you'll search for maybe best restaurants in town, best Italian restaurants in town, best Mexican restaurants in town, all right? In the town that you're in. So obviously you're going to put a name for that. And then most of the time you click on what actually shows, right? The first listings that show. Do you understand? Then sometimes when you make the search, you'll see that, for example, let me just try and share this tab, for example, right? I hope you can see my screen. So I'm searching for, I want to make a trip, maybe a vacation to Naivasha. Naivasha is a town in Kenya. So you can see there are these listings that have come up. Can you see? So these ones written sponsored, okay? These ones are running search engine optimization, and this we covered in the last class, all right? And then these two are running search engine optimization. So they basically paid to appear at the top. But now our focus in this class is this, the Google Business Profile. So these are what we call the Google Business Profiles, okay? And we're going to look at their definitions and how you can create your own, okay? So sometimes you'll find that you get discoverable on the search engine, whether you have a website or not. So long as you have a Google Business Profile, you get to enhance your presence on the search engine. Okay, so you can see it's easy for people to actually click on your profile from here, and you can see the star ratings. So if I look at this Birch Resort and Ambrosia Hotel, Ambrosia has 5 stars. This one has 3.9 stars. This one has 4.5 stars. Highly likely I'm going to choose either of these because from the star rating, it looks like it has good reviews, right? So these are basically what we're going to cover in this class and how to create your own. All right. And I hope we're all together again up to that point. Michael says he uses Facebook mostly. All right, that's also an option. Thank you for that. Okay, so looking at what the Google Business Profile is, it's also important to understand what Maps is because it's linked with Maps. And currently, right now, once you create your Google Business Profile, you're able to manage it from Maps. Okay, so Maps, I think most of us have used Maps before to get directions. I know most of us have used Google Maps before. Even if you get on Uber, you normally request and you know, when the driver calls, you're just going to tell the driver, please follow the map and follow the pin. It's going to bring you to exactly where I am. All right. So Google Maps is a web-based service that provides detailed information about geographical regions. So the best thing about having a presence on maps is you're discoverable to people. I mean, it's easy for people to know your location, right? Clients want to come to your shop. Maybe you have a physical shop. They've made a purchase online, but they feel like, I think I need to come to your maybe your boutique, maybe you're selling clothes, all right, and see more of the merchandise that you have. Okay, so you'll just tell them, please, you can find me on Google Maps. That is my pin on Google Maps. Just follow the pin, it's going to bring you to exactly where I am, right? So that's on Google Maps. And the advantages is I've talked about it helps many people find your business, okay? And then it encourages people to visit your location or your website, all right? And then the last thing, it helps you to display your business with images. You're able to add images, okay? If you move offices, if you're based in Kampala and you want to move to Ginger, all right, for example. So you move your shop all the way to Ginger, you're still able to make that change on Google Maps. Do you understand? So people will be able to know you're no longer in Kampala, now you're based in Ginger, all right? And then if you're going to look at the Google Business Profile, what is it? It's basically um, a free tool that I mean it's offered by Google, obviously, that helps you to enhance your presence on search and maps. So you're able to enhance, you become discoverable on the search engine, and you also become discoverable, on maps. Okay, and then looking at the benefits of it, or rather data. Let's look at the data. All right, on why it's important to get a Google Business Profile. So we see that 97% of people learn more about a local company online than anyone anywhere else. And that's correct. Not even necessarily just Google. Even Facebook, you can see from Isaac and Michael's responses. They normally just go online, all right? Even Kanza, right? Kanza has mentioned Google. So you normally go online to want to learn more about a business. Maybe I see a business on Facebook, all right? And I want to learn more about what they're doing. I'll obviously maybe go to the Google search, and if they have a website, I can go to their website and learn more about them from their website. Okay. And then 91% of adults use search engines to find information. I mean, this is basically correct. If I want, it's just what I've mentioned right now. I want to learn more about your business. I do not have to go or come to your shop or call you. By the time I call you, I have done my background research, normally online. Okay. And this 91%, we can also base it to the fact that these are people who have access to smartphones. Okay. So if you can make such, if they can go to the search engines to find information, then that means that these are your potential clients if you decide to take your business online. All right. Then 56% of actions on GMB listings are website visits. So most of the time, if you have a website, you link it to your GMB. That's the Google Business Profile. So you link it when you're creating your profile, you link them together. When someone clicks your website link on your Google Business Profile, they are redirected to your website. So you're able to increase your web traffic, right? And then 16% of businesses receive more than 100 calls each month. So remember, when you're creating your profile, all right, you're inputting information, your about us, your hours of operation, do you offer deliveries? So that is a special service attributes, okay? Which days are you not operating? And then most importantly, to have on your profile is what do people do when they come to your profile, all right? How do they contact you? Is it via WhatsApp? Is it via calls? Is it via text? How do you want people to contact you once they come to your profile, right? And some of the benefits I've said, you're able to be discoverable on maps. It helps to build trust with customers, for one. So if I come to your page and I see, very positive reviews, you have a 5-star rating, it actually encourages me to convert with you. It encourages me to convert with you. All right. And then remember, when you're creating your Google business profile, Google still has to verify it. So Google does a lot of background checks, all right, for all the profiles that are created. And before it is, before it goes live, right, before it appears on the Google, the Google search engine, it needs to be verified. All right. So Google does their due diligence to ascertain whether it's a legit business or not. All right. Before it getting verified. Then you're able to have, because you have all your information on your profile. You've linked all your pages, even your social media pages, with the Google business profile. So clients get to learn more about your business. If they want to learn more, they can go to your they can go to your website. You get. So increasing your website traffic, we talked about that, and then you're able to stay ahead of your competitors. You're always, if both you and your competitors are on social media and your competitor doesn't have a Google business profile, so you get higher chances of increasing your calls. Remember, this takes us back to point number 3, 56% of actions are website visits. And then the calls, right? 16% of businesses receive more than 100 calls each month just from their GMB, all right? So you get an influx of clients, which helps you to stay ahead or make more sales or engage more with your clients as compared to your competitors, all right? Are we together up to that point? Are we together so far? So if you have any question, please feel free to drop any question. If you feel there's something I need to go back on and explain better, you can also let me know in the chat section, right? So thank you so much. Any question? If there's no question, you can also tell me, Beryl, I have no question. Let's move on to the next part of the class. Is there any question? If there's no question, please feel free let me know that we can move on to the next part of the class. Sorry, I have to take some water. Thank you. Is there any question? Michael, Kanza, Caroline, Dora, Isaac, Emily, I'm calling all of you. Fiona, Caroline, Emily, Prispa. We are all quiet. Do you have any question? Yes, no, yes, no, or I take it that silence means consent. Okay. So I take it that silence means consent. All right. Okay, so we are a bit quiet. We can move on. Thank you, Emily, for that. It's important that I also get feedback from you so that I know if you're moving on together. So please always feel free to drop questions or comments in the chat section. All right. So thank you, Fiona. Thank you. So let's now look at how to create your own profile, setting up your own profile. So when you want to get started with the Google Business Profile, the link will actually be shared with you in the chat section to get started, business.google.com. So the link will be shared with you in the chat section to get started with creating your own Google Business Profile, right? So what you need to do to be referenced on Google Maps, remember we said the Google Business Profile helps you to be discoverable on the search engine and on Google Maps, all right? So how do you get reference on Google Maps? The first thing, create your own Google Business Profile. And like I said, the link will be dropped in the chat section to get started. And then have it verified. I did mention that once you create your profile, you need to submit it to Google. They do their due diligence, their background check, to check the legitimacy um, of your profile. All right. If it has any issues, obviously it's not going to be verified. But if you're providing all the correct information as you should, then they verify it. Okay. Then once they verify it, it's up to you to make your profile attractive to your clients. So what do we mean by making it attractive? And you're going to cover that later on in the session. So it is being consistent with your post. What kind of posts are you making? How well optimized is your profile? All right. So basically, that's what you need to do. Now, getting started with creating your own Google business profile. So sign in to business.google.com. Like I said, the link will be shared with you in the chat section, or you can download but now it's on Maps. Either you download the Google Maps app on your phone. All right. So you can go to Play Store and download Google Maps on your phone. Okay. So, business, thank you so much, Dinah. The link to getting started has been shared with you in the chat section. So where does the Google team get information? We are going to talk about that, right? I mean, so I'm going to go step by step on how you create your own profile, and I'm going to show you how Google reaches out to you to learn more about your business before verifying it. Okay, so that's what we're going to cover in today's class. So when you click on that link, the business.google.com, okay, first you need to populate it with your business details. Okay, so when you create the account, this takes us back. When you're creating your account, you need to input your business name. That's the first thing that it's going to ask you. What is the name of your business? Is it Beryl's Organic Shop? Is it Michael's Electronics Shop? All right. Is it Caroline's Beauty Shop? What is it? What is the name of your business? What name do you want people to see when your profile appears? All right. And then the business category. Are you in the manufacturing sector? Are you in the retailing sector? Are you in the cosmetic sector? Right? Which industry are you in? So there's a drop down. Sometimes on the drop down, you'll find that your industry is not there. Okay, so you need to pick the industry that's closest to the one in which you're in. For example, you might find that there's no hospitality drop down. So you can always choose maybe tourism drop down because it's closely related. Do you understand? So that's it. And then now getting to your location. So you'll be asked when creating the location, do you have a physical location? Yes or no. If you have a physical location, what's the name of your location? If you don't have a physical location, you can also indicate no. If you don't, I mean, sometimes you might want to include your maybe home address, right, office address, but that's by choice. If you don't have a physical location, you can always click no, I don't have a physical location. I'm an online business. All right. And then your category. Then do you have a website? If you have a website, you input the link to your website. Do you understand? You input the link to the URL of your website. All right. So it basically links your Google business profile with your website. That's why we say when we are looking at the data, we have an increase in website traffic via the Google business profile. Okay. And then what number do you want people to reach out to? All right. I mean, what number do you want people to click on? All right. When you want them, when they want to reach you. So your contact details. And then what are your hours of operation? We work from Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. We don't work on Saturday and Sunday, we are closed. All right. You can also include features like that will show on your profile closed on Sundays and holidays. So sometimes you'll go to profiles and you'll see they put the hours of operation and indicated. Maybe we work half day during the weekends, or we are closed on Sunday and during public holidays, things like that. All right. So basically, that's it. And also, I'll tell you one advantage that you actually get when creating your Google business profile is, all right, you get a free website. Okay, so you get a free website when you create your Google business profile. What do you mean? What do I mean by the free website? When you can see on my screen, this part on the left side, just under the name Google Business Profile Manager, there's a list, there's a drop down. Okay, so there's home, posts, info, insights, reviews, messages, phone, products, services, and a website. All right. So, sorry, this part written website. So if you don't have a website, that means you also don't have a domain name. All right. You go to this part written website, click on it, and then there are templates that you can customize. So you find templates there, they're already designed, right? So you customize them according to your brand colors, you put your you put your business information, and you get a free website alongside. Do you understand? Okay, then on verifying. So it's going, once you populate all those information, it's going to take you to the next step, which will ask you, choose a way to verify. So most of the times, if I have to encourage the person, it's usually encouraged that, when you're creating the, indicate the owner, the email of the owner of that profile. Okay. So if I am creating Google business profile, say for Michael, right? And I get to this point and it asks me to choose a way to verify. Michael is the owner of the business. It's important that it's advised that you put the name of the, person who will have constant access to that profile, right? So if it is Michael's email or Michael's phone number, so you choose. If you do you want Google to reach you by email, do you want Google to reach you by phone? Okay. Or if you have a Google Search Console, you can also indicate that you want them to reach via Google Search Console. And this takes me to the question that, Michael asked, Isaac asked just right now. How does Google know? Verify all this information. So once you input all your contact details, all right, so Google reaches out to you, all right, to verify all this information and they do checks. So where you located, remember when you're creating the profile, when you're inputting the location, all right, if you say yes, it's going to ask you the GPRS codes. Do you understand? That is the latitudinal codes and the longitudinal codes. So most of the time, it's usually encouraged that when you're creating the profile, it's either uh, those codes, all right, or you open the profile in the location where you're in. Do you get with the GPRS? You open the location, then you're able to move that pin. You see that red, normally on Google Maps, there's that red icon that shows the location. You move it to the exact location in which you're at, all right, and it's going to pick that location. So this is how you get verified. Google team will reach out to you to verify all the information that you've provided in your profile. All right. Then if it is verified, they're going to send you an email or text message, depending on the mode in which you chose. All right. And then if all your information has been verified, you're able to, your profile is now visible, okay, to the public. All right. And then you're also able to make changes. So if your profile is not verified, you're not able to edit it. You cannot edit it, and it's not visible to your client. Do you get? So those two things. Now, how do you ensure that you make your profile stand out? When we are looking at the first class, we talked about the brand identity, and we talked about why it's important to have a logo, and we looked at platforms like Canva, okay? And Dana will share the link to Canva in the chat section. So with Canva, you're able to create your own logos. So you can create your own logo from Canva. So when you come to your Google Business Profile, should be your profile image should be your logo, all right? And then your cover photo should indicate or basically show, or at the first glance, what your business is about, all right? So you can see, for example, what's on my screen. This is Chum Soft Serve and Coffee. And you can see the image is, when you're looking at a glance of that cover photo, you can actually tell what that business is about, right? Before even clicking on it. So you have a cover photo and you're sharing content the same way you share content on social media, on your Facebook pages, on your Instagram pages. It's the same way you should share content on your Google business profile, right? Then what are your hours, your your opening hours, your contact information, all those things you need to include them in your profile, all right? So make sure that you have attractive photos. You're sharing high resolution on your profile. Do you understand? You are sharing high resolution images on your profile. And then sorry, just give me a moment. Yeah, update your schedule. So if you, when you created your profile, you indicated you work Monday to Friday, and then over time you've decided to work Monday to Saturday, it's important to include that in your profile. It's important to include that in your profile. And then always update your content. If you have offers running, if you have discounts running, if you have promos running, if you have an event, you can actually also post that on your Google business profile, right? And then there's attributes feature. This came about during COVID time. So there's an attributes feature where if you're offering additional services, you indicate that there and it's going to show. All right. What do I mean by additional services? So it's you're looking at, maybe you're offering deliveries, maybe you're offering takeouts. Okay, so you indicate this as attributes that you're offering beyond the normal services that you offer. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's basically what you need to do when creating your Google business profile. Okay. Then moving on. Do I have any question up to that point? Any questions so far? Any question? Any additional question? Did I answer your question, Isaac? I know you. I know I addressed it. Do you feel like I addressed it appropriately, or I need to do a better job with that? Hi, Constance. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Any question? Any other questions so far? Any other question? Any questions so far? If there are no questions, you can also indicate no question. If there are no questions, indicate no questions. Any questions so far? Isaac, do you have an additional question? Or we just move on to the last part of the class. So the last part we're going to look at, in the last class, we're going to look at how to optimize your profile. How do you make sure that your profile is attractive to your clients? Okay, that's what we're going to cover in the last section of today's class. Are we together? I assume silence means consent then. Okay, silence means consent. Okay, all right, we'll move on to the last part of the class, which is on creating an attractive listing on the Google business profile. How do you ensure that your listing is attractive? Okay, how do you ensure that your listing is attractive? How do you ensure that it's well optimized? Okay, so that's what you're going to look at in this last section of the class. So the key ways to, you want to get started with optimizing your profile. The first important thing is making sure that you have an attractive picture. Okay? Make sure that you have an attractive picture. This is in regards to the cover image. This is in regards to the kind of post that you make on your profile, for example. Okay, let me just see if I can share. Just hold on. Okay, so let's look at, for example, this Google business profiles. All right. So let's choose this one, that this Wonderland destinations. Let's see if their profile is a bit well optimized. All right. So when you're looking at the overview of the Google business profile, this is now assuming you are a client, okay, and you're looking for a resort in that specific place, this specific area. All right. So you can see how this profile is at least well optimized. So there's the website. If you want to visit their website, where is it? If you want to visit their website, there's the website here, right? That is, I want to learn more information about the business. If I want to get directions, I'll click on this, then I'll start. Google Maps will show me the directions to where this place is exactly, all right? And then if I want to save this location, I can actually save this location. Maybe in 2 months' time is when I will be ready to actually go to, for my vacation. I can always go back and look at my saved locations, and I'll be able to still get access to it. All right. So people are able to save your locations. They can make bookings. They can see there's a call to action here. What do you want people to do when they come to your profile? This specific profile or this specific business would like for their potential clients to book a room. This is what they want. All right. So it's easy to know what to do. So I've come to their profile. They've already given me the amount. There's nothing like DM for prices. Okay. And then book a room. All right. Then let's look at the kind of, images that they have. So I think these are actually good images that actually show what the resort looks like and the environment. So then you can see there's this image, the image of the room, very nice curtains there, nice bed, right? This is the kitchen. I think they could have done a little bit better, right? Then, you're looking at a twin bed. That's a room with twin beds. If you're going with your family, that is, right? So, during the day, so we saw the image of the resort at night. Now, this is during the day with light. This is how the resort looks like. All right. The dining table, I still think they could have done a good job with this. I mean, right? I'm not sure what this image is about, what was the idea of showing the grass and everything, the bathroom. Okay. So this is, I am actually a potential client to these people. So I look at, what they're offering, the images, are they appealing, right? Are they appealing enough for me to make a decision if I'm going to book with them? Then they have their prices here. If you want a standard triple room, if you want a single room, all those things, they're all indicated here. All right. Then let's look at reviews. So they have a lot of 5 stars as compared to 4, 3, or there's no 2 star, and then there's a 1 star. So you can see this 1 star, probably someone complained. They probably, the services they got from this place didn't appeal to them as they had expected, and they gave them a 1 star. So this business didn't go and delete that 1 star because maybe it was negative. All right, they probably handled it and left it there, but it doesn't negate the fact that they have good. They've gotten good reviews and they offer good service, because majority of the people who visited there have given them 5 stars, right? And then on average, they've gotten a 4.5 star. So it's important that you encourage your clients to also drop their reviews with you to your page. It helps with your star rating. Do you understand? Then when you're looking at the kind of pictures to post, you need to have good lighting. Right now, getting someone to do your photography is not very expensive. But now, if you have a good phone, all right, right now we have camera phones. You can use your phone to get, good images of your products, all right. And then there's, make sure that you're having good lighting. Whatever it is you want to show should be the focus of that image. Okay. So if it is the building you want to show, that's the focus of your image. You can use editing tools. Remember, even with the Google Business Profile, you can post short videos, right? So you can use editing tools. There's CapCut, there's InShot, all right, to edit your videos, to edit your photos, but make sure that you don't overdo with filters, such that maybe you're selling water bottles, all right? So you do a product photography, and then the water bottle is white, but you put so many filters until it looks like it's yellow or orange. Okay, and then you can also use um these same tools to add framings, all right, to surround your image. Okay, then when you want to also do looking at the kind of photos to share, we've looked at when you are looking at that example for that resort. You see there were interior photos, okay, interior of the house, interiors of the rooms, interiors of the bathrooms. There's exterior photos of the surrounding environment, of how the outside looks like, and you can also do a small video with a virtual tour of the inside. So when someone comes to your profile, they get a feel of the ambience even before they come to your place, even before they make a booking with you. All right. Then when you're doing your posting, make sure that there's a title to your post. What's the first thing that you want people to read, right, when they see your post? All right. So you need to have a title. If it is a promo, it can be Black Friday promo, right? So normally you can have Black Friday promo, or uh, this 10% discount on items, all right? So what do you want people to see first, right, when they see your post? So you need to have a title. And then what do you want people to do? Book now, call now, make an appointment, have a call to action, right? Use photos and videos. I've talked about this. Write a clear description, but it should not be very wordy, all right? So it could be like 10% discount on sales. That's your title, all right? And then description, it could be maybe sales on all furniture products, um, probably 10% discount on sales on all furniture products. And then usually when is the end of the sale? This runs until end of August, runs until end of September, right? So have a clear description that is not too wordy, and then ensure your posts are accurate, straight to the point. Okay. So when I see your post, I don't take so much time to read through it. I already know what it is you want to communicate. And then the Google Business Profile has its own analytics, right? So you're able to know how many people came to your profile in the month of July. I had 150 people who came to my profile in July. It's going to give you that information. Out of these 150 people who came to my profile, how did they find my profile? 70 of them searched me by my business name. It is Beryl's Organics. So they made a search with my business name. 80% came to my profile from made a search in regards to the product or service that I'm offering. Okay. So maybe they searched for shea butter and then my listing appeared. They searched for, castor oil and my listing appeared. Okay. So you're able to know even the search terms that people used to come to your profile. Do you understand? And then there's also understanding, what did they do? It's fine, they came to my profile. What did they do when they came to my profile? They went to my website. This number of people went to my website. This number of people made bookings. This number of people made calls. This number of people dropped reviews. All right. According to the content that I shared images, I shared videos. Which content did they interact with the most? Which content had the most likes? Which content had the most impression? Right? So you're able to learn about your clients, you're able to know to learn about what's working for you and what's not working out for you. All right. So that's basically how you also get to tweak your marketing strategy. All right. Especially if you're deciding on um, especially when you're deciding on the platform to use. Okay. Do I have any profile? Sorry, what am I saying profile? Any questions so far? The attendance link will be shared at this point. So Dinah, please make sure you share the attendance form. Make sure you fill in the attendance form. okay, with the correct name to appear on your certificate. So I think basically we've covered everything today on how to create your own Google business profile. How do you optimize it as well? So any question, please? Any question? Any questions so far? Any question? The attendance form will also be shared. Please make sure you take time to fill in the attendance form. Okay. Take time to fill in the attendance form. Okay. And also, while we are waiting for the attendance form, please make sure to drop any questions that you have. Any question? Thank you, Dinah. So please fill in the attendance form. And then Eunice is asking, Google allows the public to upload pictures on our profiles. How do we delete them, especially if they're not accurate or if they are outdated? I've tried deleting them in vain. Google is not responsive. Oh, wow. So, no, so people are not able to post on your profile. It should not be like that. So people are not able to post to your profile unless you have someone else who has access to your profile. But anyone else cannot make an edit on your profile if they're not the owner of the profile. Okay. But if you need help with that, you can go to support.google.com. So they can assist you with that. Support.google.com. Dinah will share the link also in the chat section. And then if you also want to get verified, you can reach to www.opera.com. So Dinah will share the link to the verification. That's opera.com. And then if you need support, Eunice, in fact, I would advise that you reach out to the support team at Google. That's support.google.com. They should be able to assist with that. Eunice. Okay. So Dinah has shared the link to the GMB support. Please take note of that, Eunice. And then Dinah will also share the link to their verification. So please take note and also make sure you fill in the attendance form. So any other question before we wrap up the class? Any other question before we wrap up the class? It's been a pleasure being with you here today. It's been a long week, but I'm happy to have been in today's class, and I hope you all learned a lot from what we've covered today. So thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye. Yes. And also if you want to learn more on your own, so when you go to the Google business profile, that is Isaac, there's a place for insights. All right. You see when you create your own profile, all right, you'll see a place written after you have your own profile already, all right, after you've created your own profile, there's a place for insights. So when you click on insights, it's going to give you analytics. It's going to give you already aggregated data for you, all right, on how your profile is working out, and it's already integrated into your profile, so it's not like it's a different tool altogether. It's together. So when you go to insights, it's going to show you, all right, how your profile is performing so far. And then if you want to learn more on your own, the link to an extra resource and learn more and still get verified, you can go to learndigital.withgoogle.com to also learn on your own. All right. So I take it that's the end of our class. I'll see you again next week. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.